Good?
I'm good.
All right. Say hello to Doug Melney.
What's going on?
Yep, I'm here.
All good?
You hear me okay, bro?
I can hear you perfectly.
Okay, all right, well, with that, we will go ahead and jump right in. We'd like to welcome the 2018 CJ Cup at Nine Bridges champion, Brooks Koepka. Brooks, thanks for joining us for a few minutes prior to the 2020 CJ Cup at Shadow Creek. If we could just start off with a quick update on health, how you're feeling, and kind of assess the state of your game as you're heading into what is the first start of the season for you.
Yeah, it's obviously nice to be back. Spent the last 2 months pretty much rehabbing, getting everything squared away. Feel good. Started hitting balls maybe 10 days ago. Actually been pretty good. So got out here on Thursday and went out to Butch's place, just hit a few balls, and then obviously just ready to get the week started.
Okay, all right. Well, with that, we'll jump right in and start off with some questions. First question comes from Doug Ferguson, the Associated Press. Dougie, give it a shot.
Brooks, this technically could be the third time someone says welcome back to you this year. Are you tired of hearing that?
Yeah, I think it could be. Hopefully that that won't happen again. I think I've got my body squared away. Definitely feels a lot better. I didn't know how bad I felt till I actually feel good. So yeah, it's nice to be back.
Two quick questions for you. When you slipped on that wet concrete at CJ Cup last year, was that at all related to the knee problems? Did it aggravated, I guess is what I'm saying, from what you dealt with the previous year and get the stem cell on back?
Yeah. When I slipped, I guess last year, my knee was fine going into that because I'd done that whole stem cell PRP thing, and then obviously slipped and then retore it kind of in the tears in the middle of the patellar tendon. So that's pretty much caused all these issues, and then going into my hip, the hip was the reason, and my knee wasn't even the reason this time, but that came from the knee.
And lastly, does it feel like a lost year at all? And what can you do to salvage it?
Would you say I can speak up?
Does it sound like a lost year?
Does it feel like a lost year to you at all? And if so, what can you do to salvage it?
I don't feel like I've lost anything. I feel good now, so I'm just pleased to finally feel good. Still got a couple events, and then Augusta. So, year's not over.
Thanks.
Okay, before we take the next question, just a reminder, if anyone does have a question for Brooks, to please type it into the chat here where I can see it, and I will give you a call on you. With that, we'll go to Steve DeMeglio with USA Today. Steve?
Brooks, how much better do you feel now than when you did when you returned in Saudi Arabia?
A million times better. Like I said, I really had no idea how bad I felt through the whole year. Obviously, Memorial was kind of its peak of when it was its worst, and then at the PGA it didn't feel great, and obviously just progressively kept getting worse. So I'm happy. My knee, I did another round of PRP about 3 weeks ago on my knee, and then I had a shot in my hip at Boston. So it's just all about trying to make sure everything's good. I spent basically the last month out in San Diego, so I haven't been home. I'm just doing rehab every day and just trying to get better.
Do you have any limitations on what you can do with your swing?
No, not now.
Okay.
At North Carolina, it was if my backswing, I could feel my hip, and then you could see it every time at hole 10. It was at the PGA. There's a tear in my labrum, my left hip, and then obviously, the knee issue. So it was kind of the hip was caused because of the knee. I was trying to find stability in something, and so that caused that. So it's all kind of compounded with the knee.
And last, what do you think of the golf course?
It's good. Obviously, it's in good shape. You know what you're going to get out here. I've played it once with my buddies on a trip out here, and it's a good golf course. Greens are quite firm, fast. You gotta hit the fairway if you wanna score out here.
Thanks, sir.
Okay, we'll move now to Ryan Lavner with golfchannel.com. Ryan?
Yeah, Brooks, I was just going to ask, what was the exact issue with the hip? Was it the torn labrum?
Yep. I tore it at the PGA.
And what's the treatment for that?
I went and got a cortisone shot in Boston, and then we just said the rest was the best thing, so that's why we pulled out there. I just had to do it, and I haven't felt a thing since. It's not a full tear, but there's definitely a tear there. If cortisone doesn't work, and it actually gets worse, it'll be surgery, and you're out for 9 months. But everything feels good. We're doing all the strengthening in all the right places, and it's the best I've truly felt in so long. I didn't realize last year how limited I was from swinging, not being able to get on my right side to my left side because of it, and I really do feel great right now.
Yeah, I was going to ask, I know just from your conversations this past year, you didn't want to make excuses for your play, but how much do you think that your injuries did affect your performance?
Yeah, that's the whole reason I played like crap.
Enough said, thank you.
All right, we'll go now to Adam Schupak with Golf Week. Adam?
Brooks, can you pinpoint which day and what hole, which shot you actually caused the injury?
I don't think it was caused on the golf course. I think it's just I don't know when it actually happened. I know I felt it at the PGA, or that's when it became the worst. Trying to manage it and play through it, and just one of those things where if you're not getting any weeks off to actually treat it, it's hard to treat it on the road and do everything you need to do. But we've got to handle it now.
And how much do you play leading up to the Masters?
Play this week, go back to San Diego, continue rehab, continue doing everything, and then play Houston and then Augusta.
And how much golf were you able to have you played coming into this, and time spent with your team?
Like I said, I picked up a club Wednesday, like 10 days ago, or almost 12 days ago. Ricky came out to San Diego to kind of start hitting balls. Probably about 4 or 5 days into that, so I've spent a good week with him, maybe a little bit more, and it's been nice just to kind of have him there, and then obviously get out here a little bit early and just get some eyes on it. I think has been a big thing.
Last one for me. What would you term to be a good week this week?
Winning.
And okay, that's your goal, but would you be happy to just get 4 rounds under your belt, or is winning just it? That's the only level. That's the bar, obviously.
I mean, I know physically I'll be able to play 4 rounds, walk 4 rounds, and have no issue with it. So from there, it's just go out and win.
Thanks.
Okay, we'll go back to Steve DeMeglio. Steve, you have a question?
Brooks, in your time away, what did you miss the most from not being out here?
What's up?
In your time away, what did you miss the most from not out here?
Just being home. That was it. I mean, I really haven't been home since basically Boston. I spent 2 weeks in Boston with my buddies, and then came home basically for a couple days, and then flew out to San Diego. So I just haven't been home. But there's nothing I missed. I haven't watched. I mean, I've watched NBA, MLB. I haven't watched any golf. I didn't see anything. So, I mean, I know what happened, but it's just nice to get back to what I'm supposed to do, my job. I've missed it.
Okay, and we'll go now to Doug Ferguson one more time. Dougie?
I think you just answered one of the questions. I was going to ask you if you watched any of the U.S. Open. And secondly, what you make of what Bryson has done this year with his approach to the game, and swinging as hard as he does, and trying to bring in a 48-inch driver to Augusta.
Yeah, I didn't watch a shot of it, so didn't see anything. But I mean, he's using his one of his skills to his advantage. You know, he's always had speed, but he's pushing it to that next level. You know, finding the boundaries of how far he can actually hit it and play with it, and he's done a good job of that. He's hitting it a mile. Yeah, I mean the 48-inch driver. Yeah, I mean I don't know. Like, is that the longest you can use? Is that it? Okay, it is the longest you can use. But yeah, I mean if he uses it, I mean there's a chance he gains even more yardage. So hey, it's something, you know, he's found it's working for him. It's cool to see, just kind of as like a fan of the game. I don't see anything wrong with it, and hey, it's working for him.
Thanks, Brett.
Okay, well, with that, it looks like we have reached the end. Brooks, as always, we appreciate your time, and we certainly wish you the best of luck this week. Thank you.
Perfect, thanks.